The first date I ever went on with my wife, we went to the cinema. Now, my wife's a paraplegic, so she uses a wheelchair. And the second we got to the cinema, straight away, before we could get in through the front doors, there were 3 steps. And I was like, oh, flip. And Jade spotted that there was a platform lift over in the corner, and she went, don't worry, if you go and get the guy, they'll be able to help us use the lift. So I went over to the bloke and I said, sorry mate, excuse me, I'm with a girl in a wheelchair, so we need to use the lift. And he looked at me and he went,
yeah, you need a key.
I was like, right, well, she doesn't come with one. Is there any chance you could go and have a look?
Oh. Yeah, okay.
10 minutes later, he finally found the key. We were running late by this point. He helped us in and we went over, got our sweets and drinks quickly, and then rushed over to get our tickets too. And it was the same guy behind the counter selling us tickets. And I said, 2 tickets for The Great Gatsby, please, like kind of in a rush. And he looked at me and he went,
oh.
And I went, is there a problem?
Well, it's just The Great Gatsby's, it's in the screens upstairs.
And I said, well, it's okay, you can go and get the key again, we'll wait, don't worry. And he looked at me blankly and I said, for the lift? And he went,
What lift?
so I had to carry my then girlfriend on our first date up about 40 steps to our cinema screen. But I see this as an opportunity to impress. I'm giving it the bravado. I pick her up and she's all, I'm sorry if I'm heavy. She wasn't. She weighed like 8 stone back then. She's not heavy now, by the way, sweetheart, if you're watching this. You look every bit as good as you did back then, and don't you forget it. But I pick her up. She's sorry if I'm heavy. I'm like, you're fine. I carry her up. But as I get to the top, I am flagging a bit. 40 not flights of steps. Wasn't a skyscraper. 40 steps still. That's still a lot, okay? 40 steps. So by the time I get to the top, I am struggling a little bit, okay? But I don't want her to think I'm weak, or even worse, for her to worry that she's heavy. So I push through and we get to our cinema screen. Now, as I walk in, carrying a woman, I'm aware there is no context as to why I'm carrying her for anyone else in the cinema. And for clarity, I'm not carrying her, it's not a fireman's carry. She's not over my shoulder like a sack of potatoes, okay? I'm carrying her in like the bodyguard or an officer and a gentleman. It's very fitting. It feels like a movie scene as we walk into the cinema. And I can see women looking at me like, oh. And then looking at their partner like, why didn't you do that for me, you jerk? But I wasn't being romantic, we just wanted to watch the film. So I put her down in her seat and we watched the film together. At the end, I look round and I think, I'm going to let everyone else leave first. I don't want to have to pick her up and try and navigate the kind of hustle and bustle of everyone else leaving. Because what if someone bumps into me and then I fall down the stairs, I end up paralysed and in a wheelchair, and she leaves me because she's a shallower person than I am. So I wait for everyone to file out of the cinema and have a quick look round, and it's empty apart from 3 old ladies, but they're way up the back of the cinema. And I think it's probably going to be fine. Even if it did kick off, I could probably take them. So I pick Jade up and we start going down the stairs. But these 3 old ladies were like cheeky schoolgirls. I don't know if they got a bit giddy from watching The Great Gatsby and they got all like horny over Leo or something, but oh gosh. I don't know if they'd read The Great Gatsby back when they were at school and then they were sort of recapturing some of their youth by going to the cinema together. That's what I imagine, because they started shouting things out. One of them went, "And they say romance is dead." Then her mate goes, "That's The Great Gatsby." Which doesn't even make sense. What's she talking about? And the third one, I promise this is true, started singing. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. And he's got to be strong and he's got to be tough. He's got to be larger than life. So we were having a little laugh to ourselves, like, what are they like? And I took her back down the stairs and round the corner to where her wheelchair was. This is the first time I saw Jay's cheeky sense of humour. She went, let's mess with them. I was like, what? She went, I'm going to give them evils. Even though she wasn't offended at all. She just wanted to be cruel. So as they're coming down the staircase, we came out round the corner like this. I felt so mean, but Jade found it hilarious, and I wonder how the old women reacted. In my mind, it was like this.
Ladies, we don't utter a word of this to anybody, okay? We don't speak of this day ever again. Ethel, you start flapping your gums around the estate, you're not coming to bingo. Barbara, that includes deathbed confessions, okay? Let's go.